1997. Landmines were the furthest thing from our brains. We were getting ready for the inauguration of Bill Clinton's second term. We were wrapped up in our own domestic politics. It seized every channel of news in the United States. And it was, just such a riveting presence to see the most famous woman in the world in one of the most dangerous places on the planet. As somebody who works for Halo, as someone who's donned that same body armor that she wore on that day and has taken a step into a minefield and felt that terror and trepidation for the first time, I am sure that it was terrifying for her. But I know that she understood the importance of her taking that step, understood that she could bring this issue to a world stage.
Yes. Hello, beautiful people. That is a real humanitarian. Can you all hear me? Thank you for coming, because today I am sick and tired of the hypocrisy of everybody. I am sick and tired of, I'm going to be like Meghan Markle. I am done. I am done with it. No, no. Can you hear me just fine, guys? Please let me know, because the shiny mic I got, it didn't work. So I have to change that. Now that was Princess Diana. That is what we have. This is what the world missed, in spite of all her flaws, because we all have them. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? The hypocrisy of people calling her, oh, she had lovers. So, how many million lives? Do you know that that place where Princess Diana walked is now a thriving city? Because the treaty to mine all mines was signed in December, 3 months after Princess Diana's death, 3 or 4 months after Princess Diana's death. That was Princess Diana. She went there when there was no treaty, because she wanted to secure a treaty. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference in that. So she had lovers. So what? So what? What's your point? Because that's the first thing they point out to that. She pretty much ended AIDS stigma with a handshake. That's who she was. Okay, so for people who come and say, I understand that, guys. We're all humans. We all make mistakes, but the life that this woman saved outweigh whatever flaws she may have had, in my humble opinion, right? You know how Harry didn't want to bring Meghan to Angola because it was too dangerous? His mother walked through a minefield. So he can go to Nigeria because they got paid $1 million each. And it was secured by Buckingham Palace. They got paid to go to Colombia. What was that? What was the purpose of Colombia? What was the purpose of Colombia? Now, I'm going to say something. Can you guys hear me, guys? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me, please? Because I don't want people saying, So Harry doesn't want to bring his skanky wife, who claims to be a humanitarian, to walk in something that has already been cleared. Because I'm going to show you the hypocrisy of this guy. Okay? This is the hypocrisy of this guy. This was them getting ready. Sorry about that. To clean. This is already cleared of mind. They were planting those flags so Harry could look like he's walking through a minefield, just to recreate his dead mother. So he's basically there exploiting. And why is the president of Angola receiving this guy? He's not a head state. Who is he representing? Why is the president of Angola visiting, greeting this nobody, this drug addict, who is a disgrace to his own country? who's a traitor to his own country. And I know why they're doing it. I know that they're doing this to rehabilitate his image. That's what's going on right now, guys. But in this life, we're not going to forget what he has done. And we're going to hold him accountable for everything he has done. And we're going to ask tough questions. We're going to expose a lot of stuff. By the way, thank you for being here. Please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Today is going to be a really Paula M live. And, the other day I was watching on X the vintage read because the people are commenting and criticizing Charles, right? And I left a comment about something. And then she said, well, to be fair, you are a very harsh critic of Charles. There's a reason for that, guy. Why do I criticize Meghan Markle? Why do I criticize Harry? Why do I criticize people who I think, in my channel, I just don't talk about royalty. You know that I criticize Oprah Winfrey. I call out everybody because I criticize their behavior and their actions. And the actions of Charles right now are absolutely destroying whatever monarchy it is. Queen Margaret of Denmark, she cleaned up the problem. My grandkids, no titles for my grandkids. No titles for my grandkids. Let me just say something in Spanish, guys, because I have some people in Spanish here, okay? Tesuamen no hay traducción al español. La traducción al español es después, como una hora después la puedes hacer, puedes buscar la traducción, pero mientras el vivo está, no hay traducción. Pero mañana tengo un en vivo con Laura y hoy voy a hacer un video en español, okay? Sorry, guys, about that. So, yeah, I am very critical of his actions because I know many of you don't know that Charles wrote a book pretty much trashing his own mother, trashing his own father, trashing everybody. So Harry is doing the playbook of his, I don't know if it's his father. De nada. Ana Forero, gracias, Ana Forero. I want to take my Spanish people here too. Yeah, Lelia. The Queen of Denmark didn't want to leave that problem for her son. She cleared it, and Denmark understood. And I mean, those kids are not suffering. They're modeling. They're still profiting from the royal connection. Why can't Charles do the same? Now, I don't know if I should do this because you know what? I am going to do it. I did a video yesterday and I want you to understand something. This video is being suppressed by YouTube. Let me show you this. This is the one I did yesterday about Harry and here. This is the one I did yesterday about the Angela Levin book. Okay. Oh, thank you, Beth McGovern. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Please have like. Believe it or not, the way YouTube works is if you watch, depending on how long a video is watched, they push it because that means people like it, right? People are interested in the topic. Believe it or not, this is one of the highest viewed videos. Like people stay and watch much longer, 7 minutes longer than it should be. People are clicking on it, but the views are very low because YouTube is not pushing it. This is in regards, and I want to clarify that because the comments here, clearly people were coming here just to do trouble, right? Because I can see people didn't watch the video because had they watched it, they would have known that I am talking about here, Jen Jenkins, Paula M., you really overstepped your position on own ambition. Throwing down Harry as not being Charles' son. It's none of your business whether or not Harry is Charles' son. You're always trashing him. You never have anything good to say about him. He may not be the brightest bulb in the box and has made a lot of gaffes, but haven't we all? Jen Jenkins, I mean, I really have to call you stupid at this point. What do you mean it doesn't matter whether Harry's Charles' son? He's in the line of succession, and he's not 12th in the line of succession. He's 4th in the line of 5th in the line of succession, and his kid is 6th and 7th. 2 unverified children are in the line of succession, and I want people to understand that Harry's kids are the only children in the over 1,000-year history. And I'm going to put my whole face here, and I'm going to show some other comments. In the whole history since the monarchy started in the United Kingdom, whose origins are unverified. Okay? We don't know who the doctors are who deliver those children. The stories that they give about those children are absolutely insane. There is no way a doctor would commit medical malpractice by sending a geriatric mother who had have two epidurals, and there's no way that Meghan gave a birth with an epidural. You know, and yesterday I was very kind. I wasn't calling out Angela Levin. It is a fact. She wrote the book, and I'll show it to you right now. And believe it or not, when Max Clifford, when he did the press, this is in 2006, guys. This is why you don't know about it, and you didn't know about it. I can guarantee you. This is why it's in my video. I bet you that 90% of you people don't know that. Now, the reason why this book is important is because, and again, you guys know that I will not tolerate people trashing Princess Diana in this channel, because the video yesterday was not about trashing this amazing woman. It was about pointing out a fact that we're all humans and things happen. And what gives the validity to the story is the fact that Angela Levin was actually the author, because Max Clifford was just an agent. He represented Frank Sinatra, I believe Judy Garland, and other people. He ended up in prison disgrace. But Angela Levin wrote the book. She sat down, she interviewed James Hewitt extensively. She verified things, and that's what makes this book credible. But did you know that Max Clifford, everybody, whenever he did the press for this book, people were ordered not to ask him about that particular story. Only Alex Belfield did. The palace mandated that that story shall not be spoken of. So that's what makes it very interesting. So I'm gonna show you other comments here, because I mean, people went to town. First of all, that was not my book. I am just literally bringing something to your attention, because what makes Harry, or why people have disregarded James Hewitt as not being Princess Diana's, is because everybody has claimed that she met him in 1986. I did a couple of videos about this when my channel started, but of course, it was such a small channel, nobody watched it. But I've talked about this before. So I decided, and then again, Flexible Flyer 50. I don't know who they are, because of course they don't have any face. These are, at this point, who cares who Harry's baby daddy is? It does care. I do care. So I mean, and then the people, I don't believe this. He has eyes too close together and big ears. Like, he doesn't have big ears like King Charles. But that was not the point of the story. The point of the story was to highlight the timeline. Because according to the book, and then this woman, or this person, Wilman, you're giving Di too much credit. Hewitt is one of the many possibilities. Calling Princess Diana, you know what. Okay? So, I know it has been around for years, but clearly people didn't know about it. You didn't know about this book. Please tell me how many of you knew about this book. Tell me how many of you had this book. You didn't. And people were calling me all kinds of names, saying that Angela Levin did not write the book. Well, let me show it to you. And you can still buy it. I left the link so you can go buy it. I am not. And people say, oh no, Angela did not write it. It says Max Clifford and Angela Levin very clearly. She was actually the author. She interviewed, she wrote, and she did that. It's still for sale. The link is there. You can go get it on my video. Okay. And it is, and why is this story important? Because if what he says is true, if what is written in that book, then Princess Diana was having an affair with James Hewitt since 1982. And as he said, he was having a sexual relationship with her at least twice a week. And even Princess Diana admitted that it was a miracle that Harry was born, because Charles barely touched her. Princess Diana was devastated. And, obviously this guy betrayed her. So this is why I did my story yesterday. But it's incredible how YouTube is suppressing the story. Guys, I can guarantee you, and people are coming on attacking, oh, he looks like Charles. The video is not about that. The video is that Angela Levin is a credible source. I assume we can all agree about it. Rose Jackson, you didn't know about it. And people don't want to hear the truth. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know that Angela Levin wrote it. That is a fact. She researched it because she prides herself in being a very good researcher. So she researched it. She researched it because let me tell you something. Angela Levin, when she said, when you write a book, or even, I don't know if you, when you write an email or whatever, you go and recheck and stuff like that. Angela Levin knew exactly what she was typing and what was being put in that book and the ramifications of those, what it meant for that timeline. She's not a stupid woman. That she's done a 380 afterwards, that's her prerogative. But she did do that. She believed that guy. She sat with him. She put that in paper and she put her name to it. So it has to be taken seriously. Is James Hewitt a rat? Absolutely. Max Clifford died in disgrace? Absolutely. But it doesn't take away from the fact that a very credible source, a very credible royal reporter, author, whatever, biographer, whatever you want to call it, wrote those words, knowing full well what it meant, which meant it casted doubt on the paternity of Prince Harry. Because the only saving grace that everybody has is that everybody claims that he met her in 1986. Well, here he is in his own words, and he gave authorization, and he said, no, I actually met her before 1981, before she even married, because they were at the polo field, because he was playing polo with Charles. You know, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so it's amazing how YouTube suppresses the story. And the only reason why we have that clip with Alex Belfield, which I'll play for you right now, is because he was the only one with the balls to ask the question. And I'm going to put myself on mute and I'm going to show you the clip so you can see it, okay? It's going to be right here. Why am I? You know, they updated this stupid thing and now I can't do it. I get mixed up because they changed the way the buttons look. And it's very, very stupid, you know. I get so confused. Okay, I'm gonna show you this right now. This is Alex Belfield, who's free from jail. Katie Hopkins visited him because he there called out people from the BBC. I'm not saying that he was right, but listen to what he says in this interview. And he was the only one, and he's the only one who had the balls to ask it because everybody else did not. Okay? So here we go, guys. Let me see. I'm just going to put that here. Mute.
Listen, it's been a pleasure meeting you and talking to you about this new book. It's in your stores now. It's called Max Clifford, Read All About It. There is one final question I've got to ask you about, which has been bugging me for weeks and seeing you on every TV show and in the papers that I don't really see any reaction to, that to me sounds astounding. You write in the book regarding James Hewitt that he was in a relationship around the time, correct me if I'm wrong, that Diana had Prince Harry.
Well, before she had Prince Harry. Yeah, I mean, what we put in the book is, and Angela Levin, who obviously co-wrote the book with this interview, James at length, James came to me years before people were aware of his relationship with Diana and asked me to keep quiet about the fact it had gone on a lot longer than people realized. So we brought it all out because James said I could bring it out. And the fact that they actually had a personal relationship, if I can put it like that, going back a couple of years or so before Harry was born. So that's what comes out in the book. We're not claiming anything at all. We're just saying this is the reality. There's been a lot of, there's been nothing like the reaction from that particular part that I thought. There's been tremendous reaction to some of the Sinatra stuff, some of the Brando stories, some of the other things I brought out around my own life and what went on. But there's actually been very little reaction to that. And like yourself, I was quite surprised.
When I read it, I was staggered. I mean, I think people can infer what we're saying because we can't say it. But I was gobsmacked when I read that there wasn't more fuss, because particularly the Larry Kings in America I'm surprised didn't pick up on that and do a huge 2-hour special, because they love that kind of thing.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, James was asked to go on all the major chat shows and said no. I said this. I've said what what actually happened.
Okay. James Hewitt was later was not stupid, and he was forced to go with the palace narrative. And it's not the first time that the palace has done something like that, because we're going to get into Epstein, and I'm going to tell you something because I am doing a video about this. Okay. No, never. No, the book is still for sale, but the stories, they were asked to suppress it, and later, you can see that James Hewitt unconvincingly is trying to say, "Oh, I met her in 1986," because he was worried. There was so much photographic evidence that he met her way before, and I'm sure, in that video, even though, the video is about, I'll tell you how many videos, how many minutes the video is. The video is a 15-minute video, my video. And it was watched almost 11 minutes, almost the entire video, which is really high for me. Hi, RMB. I sent you a link in case you want to join us, if you want to join me. Because I'm sick and tired of all the lies. I'm sick and tired of everything. I'm going to be like Meghan Markle. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Don't worry, John Nichols. I'll leave the link at the bottom. It's called Max Clifford. Read all about it. Okay. So Gwen Mendes, thank you for your super chat. Okay. Yes. So I sent you the link, or RMB, if you want to join. Okay. I sent it to all the girls if they want to join, but it was such a last minute that I sent it, because this is going to be a rough one, and I don't know if everybody wants to participate. I'm willing to take the hit. I don't care, because I know people say, "Well, it's deranged, she's a hater." Because now, talking about things and trying to find out the truth, it's called hater. You're a hater if you're trying to find out the truth. I am absolutely gobsmacked about that. Oh, Paula is a hater. Why am I a hater? And I was talking about the vintage Rita. She says that I'm to be fair, you're very critical of King Charles. With every reason. Every reason. In 1994, before the Queen did the first historic visit to Russia, 2 weeks prior, he decided, because he first wrote the book earlier in 1994. And then because it backlashed, he did that horrible interview, humiliating Princess Diana. Even Camilla's friends hated Charles because of what he did. Because he threw Camilla to the wolves by admitting in a worldwide interview that, because he wanted to force Camilla's hand to divorce Andrew Parker Bowles, because Camilla did not want to divorce Andrew Parker Bowles. But after him coming on television and saying, "Yes, I am screwing her," there was absolutely no way on earth that Andrew Parker Bowles could remain married to Camilla Parker Bowles. And what he cited for grounds of divorce is infidelity on behalf of Camilla, even though he was cheating on her. But his was not in the, even though everybody knew, but he didn't admit it. Charles went in a worldwide television, and so he said the grounds for my divorce is that my wife cheated on me, which is why the Church of England could not marry Charles with Camilla, because there are 4 reasons. The Church of England, they can marry divorced people if they meet, unless they have 4 things. One of them is if your previous marriage broke because of infidelity. That's why, and because that's why Andrew Parker Bowles cited that. I guess that was his way of getting back to Charles for making him look like an idiot after being loyal to the asshole. Sorry, to Charles. So yeah, I understand that I'm critical because I have to call it out. And I hate being the bad guy. People say, "Oh, you're a Princess Diana fanatic. You think of her as a saint." No, I don't. I really don't, guys. But a lot of times I feel like it's like when you're being punched in the face and you dare lift your hand to protect yourself, and maybe you're wearing a watch and the person punching you hits the watch and they go, "Oh, damn it." And you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did my watch get in the hand of you punching me in the face?" Yes, Susie D. They have, nobody's saying that. You see, we're not going about that. The whole point of that book is that Angela Levin is the one that gives it credibility because, of course, I mean, I'm glad Alex Belfield is out of jail because he was out of jail for stalking. That was the official term because he was calling out all those creeps at BBC. He was the beginning of censorship. We have Lucy Connolly, a mother, for a Facebook post. The king could easily pardon her. He can, guys. Please understand that Charles has the power to pardon this mother for putting a post after she had lost a child. She just given birth to another child. She was emotional. There's no mercy for her, but the king could do it, but he doesn't. Instead, we get in our prayers, and I'm a Catholic, and I'm not Anglican, but the religions are similar. What do we get in the Easter prayers? Oh, that we're like Jewish and Islam. What does that have to do with anything? The July 7 bombings, again, multicultural. It's gobsmacking. It's gobsmacking, and I've had it because you see, guys, it's like I'll show you this. Do you think, guys, I posted a tweet because we're gonna go through the stories that they're trying to bury. This is how they do this. Okay? This is how they do this. And I'll show it to you. We're gonna start with this. Prince Harry's USA visa records unsealed after drug claims. Those are the headlines. We know that's not the truth. We know that's not the truth. We know that the documents are heavily redacted, and to this day, we don't know whether this drug addict looking ugly bastard, because he's a bastard, I am absolutely convinced Donald Trump, and I'm not hating on Donald Trump, gave him a waiver to get in. Or he lied in the ESTA application, because you have to fill out an ESTA application to get in the country. This story has gone awfully quiet. Well, Prince Harry, sweetheart, I am here to resuscitate these little pesky stories that the palace is trying to bury. Because this is what they're doing with this Angola embarrassing thing, the Halo people being embarrassing. And guess who are major donors of the Halo Foundation? The Rothschild, Bill Gates. This is not a life for the fainted of heart. And this is not me hating on Charles. This is exposing Harry, the truth, and everybody who's dirt. Guess what? Now that the Epstein files have been unsealed or sealed, whichever day you wake up and you hear the stories, guess who's heading back to New York? Yay! Prince, that freaking perv of Andrew. You guys know that I give Virginia Roberts a hard time. But at the same time, I believe that something happened to her. I believe that something happened to her. We know that Virginia Roberts, isn't it amazing how Virginia Roberts died before Trump decided to have the files sealed? What creep? What Epstein? Because let's not forget this little thing. And I'm very angry about that. I am very, very angry about that, guys. Because this now has all been forgotten. Nobody's talking about Harry. This is another article. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, could be called as witness in Prince Andrew's sex case. Virginia Roberts' lawyer says that they can call her. Because why? Why would Meghan Markle be called as a witness? I ask you. Just because she married Harry? Didn't she confuse Andrew as a valet, an employee of the Queen? Didn't she say, who's that? I don't know him. You fucked him. What do you mean you don't know who he is? You were a call girl for him. You were Soho housing everywhere. Even poor Trevor Ingleson didn't know that you were screwing other men behind his back. Meghan Markle is a walking STD, guys. Okay? One, the lawyer for Robert said that there are 3 reasons why she may be deposed. 1, she's in the U.S., so we have jurisdiction over her. 2, she's somebody who obviously, at least for a period of time, was a close associate of Prince Andrew, and hence is in a position to perhaps have seen what he did, and perhaps if not, to have seen what he did to have heard people talk about it. Because of her past association with him, she may very well have important knowledge and will certainly have some knowledge. 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks after they said that they were going to call Charles, Fergie, and Meghan as a witness, Andrew folded and struck a deal. You tell me what the hell is going on here. But this has been suppressed. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody is talking about this. Nobody's talking about it. Like Meghan Markle can come, and not only that, guys, because I'm going to show you this. This is what has me really angry. And I'm going to tell you why people are angry, why I'm so angry about it. It's because I'm just going to show you here this article about her. Why isn't Meghan Markle doing one single day in jail for committing perjury in the United Kingdom? And a mother of a child is doing 31 months, and she was just beaten up. At least for me, I don't know about you, but for me, is the injustice of people getting away with things, of a certain elite things. We're done with that. They could get away with, I've always said that the internet is what's going to get people down, and it's going to get people completely to implode and to destroy themselves, because we can check them. We have the receipts, even though they try to bury them. Meghan Markle lied to the courts. She lied to the courts. That is perjury. That's automatic 2 years in jail. And I am angry. I'm sorry if I sound angry because I can't hear myself right now, so I think I'm shouting. So why is a mother sitting in jail for a Facebook post? And we have this skank putting stupid, look at that. She forgot she had authorized PR chief to brief Finding Freedom authors. The Duchess of Sussex has apologized in court for failing to remember, She is a liar, but nobody wants to talk about it. I don't hear the royal reporters calling it out. Do you know that if you Google Grok or you do AI and you say Meghan Markle committing perjury, you know the result of that? It says, well, Meghan Markle didn't really commit perjury. She misremembered. The court said that she misremembered. She apologized. So she is not associated to perjury. Okay? But here we have a mom for a post that she regretted and took down, doing 31 months in jail. Alec Belfield, he was calling everybody out. This pervert of that was later found to have ties with really gun companies and doing pro lobbying for the BBC. We know that the BBC are absolutely sack of shit that are there. That guy, the guy that announced it, I don't want to say his name here because this is how we are. He is a PDF. And if you guys know the name, please put it in the chat and I'll highlight it. Remember the guy who announced the Queen's death, and there were like over a few thousand pictures of Class A found and other questionable things? Just for one or like even 10 of those pictures, you should have gone to jail for at least a good amount of years. He didn't. He got out of with a bad boy. What you gonna do? Yeah. And not only that, thanks to that, because the United Kingdom is a country of precedent. That's their system, the judicial system. It's a country for another guy was caught months later with the same type of pictures. And we know what those pictures are doing. And guess what? He cited he cited the guy as a precedent, and he got off free. Okay? And he got off free. How can you not be outraged at the injustice of a mother who lost a child, just had a child, is depressed over the murder of 3 children that the press tried to portray as this British boy, and they would show, this is how manipulative they were. They would show pictures of the guy as a young kid looking angelic, not the way he turned out. Do you understand that this man murdered 3 girls and injured a bunch of others? And the police were protecting him. Now they have this case against, remember the man when the police, the video with the footage of the police putting their foot on the man, the Islamic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but they don't show the face of the woman, of the police woman, all bloody that they did that, and in spite of that, the guy kept trying to get up to punch the hell out of her. That case has gone quiet. So this mother who just gave birth, lost a child herself, sees 3 little girls being murdered. And what happened? Silence. So this lady does a post. Meghan Markle lies to the press. That stupid car chase. Now every time Harry goes to New York, he gets, hopefully with the new mayor won't give him the security that he demands. So, I mean, and Meghan Markle, is that an employee? I don't recognize him. I don't recognize that guy. Who is that? That's how I knew that Meg didn't know. That's how I knew that Meg didn't know, my uncle, that she didn't know anything about me. Oh, thank you, Blue Moon, for the super chat, guys. You guys are amazing. Yes, exactly. Our recollections may vary. Why don't you come on? Because, you can help me carry out the outreach so I don't sound like a crazy woman. Let me see if the girls are on, because, yeah, I understand that. How bad it is, because when you have lupus, for me, the fingers, guys, is not the lupus. I have something called secondary renal syndrome. Okay. Which is basically my artery and my veins, they become dry. I lose myelin. Myelin is the component that keeps the veins moist, so they expand. So when they dry, this is why it's your extremity. I have it on my feet as well. And cold weather and stress doesn't help. So, but it gets so bad that how you put your thing and you can't get it. It won't recognize my thumb, like for some reason it just won't do it. So, but yeah, so we have that. So yeah, so we have, and so there's a stem cell. And I want to say something here, because a lot of people have been giving RMV hard time because she's doing lives with me, or people think, like, people work. She works. I have invited her repeatedly to join the royal mess. And yes, she's a fantastic person. I really like her. She, unfortunately, because she has done lives with me and stuck up for me, now she's receiving hatred on the other end, which is insane. But this is Meghan Markle pretending that she doesn't know Andrew. Thank you, Monquickie. So do we believe that BS that she didn't know Andrew? Huh? This is Meghan Markle, guys, that we're talking about. And I want to show you some things, because we're gonna today, and then I have written a tweet here, because we have this little gem here from Harry, because now the Charities Commission has gone quiet. I have posted so many tweets about this. Oh, she knew Andrew. She knew Andrew. So Sophie Chandauka says Duke unleashed Sussex machine, but source close to extra Steve claims accusations baseless. Really? I am sick and tired of their base. Show proof. And Dr. Chandauka has gone awfully quiet, these are the things that upset me. I left a tweet today. I left a tweet today because I've asked the Charity Commission. So if you go to the Charity Commission website, please, in the United Kingdom, please inundate it with questions to put forward what are the results of the Charity Commission. Where is the report? Where is the report? Why is Dr. Sophie Chandauka, she shut down Zentevale's comments? No, be vocal. Be vocal. They've gone quiet. The scandal broke, but now they've gone quiet. They've gone quiet. Wait, guys, I need to have my coffee heated up. Just 1 second. So it's really, really upsetting. It's really, really upsetting that we're watching this. And now Dr. Sophie Chandauka is not saying anything about Centevale. What happened? How many months ago was this? How many months ago was a year ago the visa for Harry? It's a simple thing. Did he say yes or no? This is a man who wrote a book and is bragging in the United States about the use of drugs. Why isn't this mother fudger whatever kicked out of the country? You know what was really insulting to me? And I mean, I don't know about you, whether you believe or not that Brigitte is a man or not, and I believe she's a man. The reporters just won the defamation suit. She at least is a PDF, because now it's been confirmed that that idiot Macron was about 14 or 15 years of age. And by the way, so in France, that crime does not have whatchamacallit, guys, statute of limitation. If the victim was underage and the perpetrator was in a position of authority, which is the case with Brigitte or Brigitte, whichever way you want to call it. And yet, Charles kissing her hand or his hand, and sent William, who does his duty so beautifully because he is like the queen. I adore William. I'm not a royalist, but I do like William. And clearly Princess Catherine. I adore her. And he does his duty. And he looks hot doing it, by the way, he really does. He's amazing. He's gorgeous. Okay. So who does he send to greet that PDF of a person? I don't even know what to call it. That is embarrassing. That is disgusting. Princess Catherine and Prince William should be nowhere near those two, not because of politics, because they're endorsing pedophilia. Shit, I shouldn't have said that probably. Because that is an endorsement of that. That's what it boils down to, guys. That's and then Charles kissing her hand. And I think that this is why us, the little people, are so angry, because we can see we have eyes and they tell us don't believe our eyes. I'm going to show you a video that's going to make you even angrier. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to play it for you.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep.
Yep. Hello, our recollections may vary. How are you, sweetie?
Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I had to go ahead and turn on my laptop when you started your chat. I hadn't even had my laptop on yet for the day. But how is everybody?
You know, like I am just angry to tell you the truth. I'm very
I am.
upset because I feel the injustice of it all. You know, like today I was reading an article about the mother that's in jail, Lucy Connolly.
Yep. The one for the tweet.
And here we have Meghan Markle falsely
Yep.
accusing the royal family of racism. It's like I heard that is defamation.
It is.
And that created hatred, that raised the level of danger for the remaining working royals. We have Brigitte Macron being kissed on the hand by Charles, and unfortunately, Prince William was sent to greet them.
Yep. And this is just my supposition. This is just my theory. This is, allegedly in my opinion. If you think about it, the Epstein stuff, the JE files. Who on earth would President Trump be protecting? There's no one in the US he would need to protect. I think he's protecting someone internationally. It's an international thing. And the best candidates for that would be the British royal family. That's who I think he is protecting by burying everything.
Yeah. And you want to know something more disgusting, guys? This is after Meghan Markle was found out to have lied to the courts.
Yep.
Okay. This is what she says. Meghan Markle slams deception and intimidation after court victory over Mail on Sunday.
And do they not think we're going to realize what a ridiculous double standard that is? That she gets away with things that you or I wouldn't get away with.
But I mean, and they had to print in the front pages an apology to Meghan Markle for her lies.
For her lie. It's
Because King
ridiculous.
Charles, by the way, Charles did not want Jason Kanoff to come forward. It was William who pulled the trigger on that.
Right. Well, that just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, it's the same reason that, Charles is going to let Harry worm his way back in. It's they don't think like we do. They don't have to follow rules. They do what they want, and everybody else has to, fall in line and accept it or else.
But do you guys understand that Meghan Markle committed perjury? The judge said, "Oh, the Duchess misremembered," and then she goes and leaks all these things, and then the newspapers have to print an apology, front page apology for her lying. Do you understand that? And not say that she lied. You
For
cannot
her
use the word
mistake.
perjury. You cannot use the word perjury. They're not allowed to use it, even though legally that's what she did.
Not even, I just said for her mistake, and I realized that was the wrong thing to say. It wasn't a mistake. It's done intentionally. She did it intentionally. There was no mistake about it. But they have to, instead of pointing out what she actually did, they have to sit there and apologize. And she ended up winning. Didn't they win like
No,
a
she won $1. She won $1.
That's what I was gonna say. Wasn't it just $1? It was just, just to give
But
her the
still,
quote unquote win.
she can claim that it was a victory.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And she
And
wasn't found liable.
now what's really interesting, guys, is that this is a playbook from the royal family, from Buckingham Palace. This is very much a Charles thing. It's like,
Mhm.
when you go to Vegas, it's like David Copperfield. Oh, look at the little shiny lights.
Yep.
Well, they call it magic while you do the actual trick,
Yep.
right? So we have now, because there's so many scandals. I mean, where can we pick from with Harry? We've done the drugs. We've done Sente Vale.
Yep.
We're going to do the African parks next.
Yeah, it's back to African parks. It's unbelievable what he's doing with the landmines.
This is African parks, guys. Prince Harry's
Yep.
charity, African Parks, confirms multiple abuses following investigation. But guess what? Guess what? The report is not allowed to be made public.
Wow. Wow.
And the
Isn't that
report
Katie
was
Couric there?
presented.
Isn't that Katie Couric on the end there?
Yeah. And this
Yep.
is the guy that I can't remember his name, but he's well
I can't
known.
either. I can't either. But that's Katie Couric, because that was the beginning of her involving herself with Harry and the whole thing that, from the Aspen Institute.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Gwen Mendez. Paula and Andrew Loney, you should write a book together. I've actually asked Andrew Loney to come on my channel a second time, but he won't. He always tells me that he can't, but I know that he doesn't want to come back, but that's fine. He's entitled to do that, I guess he probably got too much hatred coming on my channel, but I don't blame him. But I have invited him repeatedly to discuss about the things in the articles, and I said to him, like, you don't have to talk about the book, because he said that because of contractual things. But I've seen him go on other channels, so the message is clear. He doesn't want to come on mine, so I don't insist anymore.
Oh.
So that's fine. No, but that's fine. I mean, he has every right. He has whatever image he has, or for some reason, if he thinks I'm toxic or whatever, that's fine. By the way,
I look forward to reading his book, very much so.
Well, I have an interview actually with, I have an amazing interview, guys, with this other gentleman. He used to be an MP, which I'm actually going to edit and I'm going to put, because I'm waiting for his book to come out first, right?
Right.
What threw it off? He was part of the Privy Council with the Queen, and he's very disenchanted with Charles. He's writing a book, but you'll know who he is when I show it to you guys, and it's an amazing thing. It's not hating, and people don't understand that I don't do these. One second, guys.
The thing is that there was a respect and a reverence for the Queen.
Yeah.
And Charles has not earned the same. And people get upset when you criticize what he's done. But I'm sorry, it's like comparing night and day. You cannot give Charles credit for the monarchy that his mother created and his mother lived. She really did. She lived the monarchy. And he has turned it into such a travesty. I just, it's stunning to me.
I'm going to show you something here, guys. I'm going to show you something here, guys, because a lot of people,
Yes,
well,
Vicky.
people don't know about this. Okay. And I can show you, I'll show you the articles. So the Dalai Lama was an assiduous visitor at Epstein's New York home, right? When the Queen hosted the president of China, Charles decided not to show up, and instead he hosted the very same Dalai Lama who was caught in a video trying to kiss a little boy at his residence at Clarence House in protest.
Wow. Which means that nobody would have questioned when Meghan Markle refused to go to the dinner for Trump. If that's what they can do, nobody questioned when she did that from the royal family. I bet nobody had a problem with her doing that.
But they've done it. Charles has done it.
That's what I'm saying. That just proves that they wouldn't have had a problem when she did the same thing. I mean, it's just so twisted, the things that they live above the law. They all do. Like the whole, so many of the elite, and we're just the peons who are sitting here, doing the work. We're the little worker bees, so that they can go ahead and just do whatever the fuck they want. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
No, it's okay.
Sorry,
Don't worry.
apologize.
No, don't worry about it. Don't
I
worry
was
about
angry.
it. No.
But yeah.
I get it. But, and then we have, of course, we have this little thing because, we've covered Harry's US visa. We still don't know what happened. This is a man who openly has admitted that he's done drugs. Meghan Markle lying to the courts. Meghan Markle doing political ads. Meghan Markle writing to Congress, not as Rachel Meghan Markle, but as the Duchess of Sussex. We saw that she's using the HRH. The Queen, this is one of the things that infuriates me. The Queen didn't reach an agreement with Harry and Meghan. The Queen gave an order.
Yep.
You're not to use them, period.
Yep.
Okay. And now we have this come out. Prince Harry ordered to reveal any payments to witnesses in case against Daily Mail.
Wow.
This comes out because there's nothing wrong in my video I did. There's nothing wrong. If you paid a witness, that's fine. If you hire, but you have to disclose it to the court.
Right. Right. So that it's
Failing to do that is misleading. It's a crime, and they can declare mistrial, reverse that,
Yep.
and then not only that, he most likely will be liable to pay the 38 million pounds. That's almost $44 million in legal fees for the newspapers.
Yep. Of course it won't. He won't do it. Just
Okay?
like
No, but this is what happened. This is what comes out, right? This is 11th of July. Listen to this. It was a big thing that happened. It was a big thing that happened, and everybody was, oh, that was the talk of the town, right?
right.
And then, of course, what happened? What happened? We get the peace summit.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
And I just heard some royal reporters were experts. Oh, they're focusing on, they're terrible because they papped him. So they're angry, not that they were doing something shady. They're angry they got caught.
Yes. Exactly.
That's what they're angry about, that they got papped.
And they didn't get away with it.
Do you understand how screwed? Thank you, crazy lady. Thank you guys for the super chat. They're angry that they got caught. That's what they're angry about, that they were photographed doing their shady business.
Yep.
And let me be absolutely clear here. The reason why this man, the king's director of communications, is there is not because he one day decided, oh, I'm going to fart around and I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and meet with Meredith and Harry's aides. And I'm going to bring them a gift. And a gift is expensive bottles of wine from Charles' personal collection. No for the children.
Unreal.
Okay? And then when did this come out?
A couple days ago, right?
After
The 12th.
Yes. After Harry is all over the newspapers that Harry has to present because he may have bribed or failed to disclose this, which is a crime. What do? They post a story the next day, and then nobody's talking about the fact that Harry it's basically committed fraud and should be going to jail.
Yep.
So now this is diversion 101.
Yep. Distract.
I believe, you know what? At this point, I don't even think it's Meghan Markle that is behind this. I believe it's the palace. Because why would this guy's a seasoned reporter. How would he know where to look?
Yep.
At the beginning, I thought that maybe this one didn't even know, but they did. This is why, because, I did a video and I said, in a video, because if you're sitting across somebody and they look, you look too, right?
Right.
But she's not looking, so either she knew about it or they knew about it because this guy is clearly hiding behind the bushes across from a distance. And they went and sat there in purpose to send a message to the world. Hey, Harry's still our boy. The director of communications from the king, is here with them, bringing them gifts.
Unreal.
And Steve Burton has worked for 20 years as a freelancer with Daily Mail. How would they know?
How would they know that this random lunch is happening in the middle of London?
No, and then they went out for 10 minutes exactly. They went out for 10 minutes exactly, which meant that the pap had to be told when they were going to be out.
Exactly.
Okay. And to me, I actually did a video about it, and I thought, oh, maybe it's them, like maybe it's Meghan Markle and stuff. But then I'm starting to think, no, because this was put out to send a message to the world, and this is what I said all along: ambivalence. William didn't know anything about it, but now they're trying to make Prince William the villain.
Now, why would they do that? Who do you think is doing that? Because
Charles.
The palace,
Charles,
to protect himself in the meantime.
No, Charles is doing it. Charles is doing it because it backfired. It didn't get the reception because he thought, oh, look, Charles is trying to mend fences with his son, you know.
Yeah.
But no, people are angry
Yeah.
because you see, this is what happens when you're used to getting away with stuff.
Yep. When you don't get away with it, you get angry. Yep.
Yes. Here we have Prince William's absence at King Charles and Prince Harry's peace summit could be a warning shot, expert. This is now July 16th. Prince Harry, Prince William need an intervention to end feud, expert. This is textbook Buckingham Palace.
Yep.
Prince Harry and King Charles' private aides reportedly held a secret. Why would it be a secret if you go outside a balcony where you know it's across a public street?
Yeah.
In an effort to restore the broken relationship between father and son. However, several royal experts insisted to Fox News Digital there's one senior royal who will likely never forgive or forget. The important issue is that Prince William and his representatives were not invited because they know that Prince William has already said no.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
it. How many times do you need a snake to bite you before you said enough is enough?
Yep.
I
And
feel
what they don't understand is he's the one with the cards. He's got all the cards because he's the one that's going to be king, and he's going to be king for an extended period of time.
But
So
listen to
he's
this
the one.
because this is very interesting. I feel that this was a warning shot across William's bows that Charles is king, not
Yeah.
him. Like this is Charles saying, I am the one in charge here, not you. It may also be a stark warning that Charles will decide what happens during his reign, not William.
Which is essentially the palace saying that to William. By putting it in that article, they are saying that to him.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do you understand that?
Yep.
That was a very, and this is even more terrible because William was greeting that pedophile of a woman doing his duty for his country. While Charles is going sneakily behind his back doing this. And now that it backfired, William is the bad guy and Charles wants to, authority. I am the king. You're not.
Hmm.
Because this
Wow.
had to be organized.
Yeah.
And this is one of the clubs that Charles sponsors or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay.
Right.
So that was a shot for Charles to say to William, I will do. It is a sign from King Charles that he wants peace with Harry and Meghan and to meet his grandchildren. What grandchildren?
Right.
Even Harry doesn't meet his own children. Can you please tell me, people, which grandchildren? I mean, we have to talk here about this. Which version of the grandchildren? Because we have to go and look at different pictures that Meghan Markle has on her Instagram account to determine which ones they are. The
Yep.
ones that look like they're 20 years old almost, or the ones that look like 2 years old, the ones that Lilibet looks like a 10-year-old girl. Which version of the children are they? Two unverified children to this date. And Parliament is absolutely screwed up with that.
Yep. And they're never going to say anything. I'm convinced the palace is never going to say anything. They're just going to let it keep going, pretending that there are kids. Like, where does it end? When they're 20 years old, do they finally admit that they don't exist? What the heck is going on here? Are they just going to let it sweep under the rug as though it never happened, that they never said they had kids?
And I want to say something because I did a video when William parted ways or kicked them out, whatever the hell, because I don't know if you guys know this, because I know many, this is the problem with the cycle news, or maybe it's a curse that I'm this old. But Meghan and Harry and Meghan were supposed to move into the next door apartments to William and Catherine. This is why
Right.
the Princess Michael of Kent and Prince Michael Kent of Kent moved out of that because they were arranging it for Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
But suddenly those were scraped. The offices parted, and I did a few videos about it. And I said I was calling it out. I was called a hater, that I was called a liar and a fantasist. And I said they're parting because if you go from the very beginning of my channel, I am saying that Meghan, from the moment she was signing that marriage certificate in the back of the church, she was already planning her divorce and her way out.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. That's why she had told Oprah, not yet. Because she knew there was going to be a time where she would be meeting with Oprah, but she said, not yet.
Yeah. And, you know, like it is now, I did a video about this, that William has cut ties with Charles' lawyers. This is huge, guys. Because and he hired his mother's lawyers.
Hmm.
There is, because he wants to make sure that people understand that Buckingham Palace, he has nothing to do with Buckingham Palace. That he is his own man. That he doesn't trust Buckingham Palace. And he has every reason to, while he's greeting
Yes.
Macron's and kissing that pedo's hand and whatever. His father has his director of communications publicly sitting outside of a balcony for 10 minutes, exactly, less than 10 minutes. They were sitting outside just for them to come, do the pictures,
Just to get the
and
picture.
get in.
Yep. Just to get the picture.
And this gives them enough fuel for the world to understand that Harry and Meghan are still in play and they're still part of the royal family, and to remind everybody that Charles who decides.
Yep.
Why doesn't he do what Queen Margaret did? She cleaned up the mess for her son. This is why I'm saying to you guys, Charles is selfish and to the treat. This is why I criticize Charles so hard. Because he doesn't do the right thing. If he acted differently, it would be differently. I would be praising him. If he pardoned Lucy Connolly, a mother who just gave birth for a post, that would be different, because the king can do that. Instead of picking up the phone and praising to Keir Starmer, oh, well done, Keir Starmer, that you put that. What is that about?
That I don't understand how he can't see that is essentially an insult to everybody in the UK. He's basically saying, I could care less what any of you think. I am going to do what I want to do.
Because he's been doing it all his life.
Yes, that's true. You're right. He has.
Same
with Andrew. Andrew too.
Yeah. I want to say something about this, guys, because I even got it yesterday on the video that I did yesterday. And I told you that YouTube is shadow banning that video, because I'm shocked. It's one of the longest watched video I have, right? People want me to talk about the 17th Earl of Pembroke. I can't talk about it because I don't have any proof. It's speculation. The reason why I talked about the video I did yesterday is because there is a book written by a very as far as I know, reputable author. That's Angela Levin, who sat down. You see, when you write things, even when you write an email, you go over it. You make sure that what you're writing, it's correct, even to your friends, or even a text message, right? So Angela Levin, who's a seasoned best-selling author, royal author, who does biographies and everything, for her to sit down with James Hewitt and then put that in writing, she knew what the implications were. So she is a credible source, a credible person that would not put her name to something that she believes is false, because she knows what it means, what she's putting down to paper. That's why I talk about it. I don't talk about the Earl of Pembroke because there's nothing on paper. It's only speculation, and I'm not going to do that. I need to back it with something.
Yep.
And it's funny enough that I'm being attacked. People have said, oh, that's not Angela's thing. Why hasn't she sued? The book's still for sale. Why hasn't she sued the publication?
How can they say that it's not her?
Yeah. Oh, the comments? Oh, why are you saying that? You're trashing Angela Levin. How am I trashing Angela Levin? And I was very careful because I actually found it very interesting because nobody's talking about it. And I thought people would be happy, because if Angela Levin, who's a credible source, is saying, hey, wait a minute, the only saving grace that Harry has, that he's not Hewitt's son, is that, everybody has gone to lie, saying that even now Angela says that has done a 380. Now she's given the party, the palace line that is, they met in 1986. It's people will be happy because then people will be saying, okay, wait a minute, if Princess Diana, had another relationship with Hewitt, then it is a very good chance because they were having sex at least twice a week, whereas she was not having any with Charles.
Right.
I
Because he was
thought
with
people would
Camilla.
be happy that a
And meanwhile,
credible source, a credible author, put that down to paper, knowing what it meant.
let's not forget what Charles was doing with Camilla. And why is that somehow acceptable?
Yes, I know.
I mean, who can
It wasn't
blame
only with
her?
Camilla, it was with Kanga, it was with the Canadian lady as well. I mean, Camilla was not the only one. Her biggest competition was Kanga, Lady Kanga from Australia, who was also a married lady, and it was absolutely blonde and beautiful and everything. And the woman in Canada who auctioned those letters, I think in when was it, 2012 or something like that. They were verified, the letters, and she was still having sex with Charles. He flew her to his home in the UK. I believe the
Wow.
last time they had sex was in 1992 or something like that.
Wow. Everyone's screwing everyone.
And her
That's right,
son,
Bob.
and her son. She's married now, but her son, her husband is not listed as her son's father. He doesn't. There's no father's name on her son's thing.
Huh.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys, what the hell? And I gotta ask you this because it has to be talked about. We know that Harry is raising funds for African parks, and by the way, Charles is the one who put Harry in African parks, not the other way around. It was done in 2016.
Yep.
Do you think Harry's bright? No. Okay.
God.
So here we have Harry in Angola, met by the president of Angola. Why would His Excellency President Lorenzo, today is alongside Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, government of Angola? Why is the president meeting a non-working royal, a deserter, who has betrayed his nation, desecrated the Queen's memory? Why? Why is he being received by the president?
No answer for you there.
Prince Harry traveled to
Although,
Angola earlier this week and met the country's president to discuss demining efforts. What demining efforts? His
yeah,
mother already did that. And he didn't
yep,
want to bring Meghan because it's skank, it's too dangerous for her to walk in that fake minefield that they set up for him.
yeah,
Who is paying for this trip? That's what I'd like to know.
I've no
Well,
doubt
the
it's
skank
Pals.
is doing an Instagram post with so many filters. Who's
Yep.
paying for this trip? Is the Halo paying for the trip? That's what Harry's doing there. The grifting wanker.
But see, that's where I have a problem because you know what? William knows. William knows what he's doing, and he's letting it happen.
Because he doesn't have a say in it. As it was very well put in that article, I am still the king.
The only reason I feel that this is different, and I agree with most things. Charles is king, and he's saying it. The only thing that I think William could say something in this case is because that was Diana's charity. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he could say something based on the fact that this was his mother's legacy, that Halo
How
Trust
can
and
he
her
do
work
that?
there.
How can he do that?
I
Because this
I
is
don't
the
know. Yeah,
Halo Foundation, which has nothing to do with the Royal Foundation.
yeah, you're
This is
right.
an independent foundation, and they're lending themselves to this crap.
Yeah,
By the way, guys, that guy that you see there, that's not an actual minefield. That was them preparing for Harry's walk, planting those red flags so he can reenact his mother's thing.
it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all what they want us to see and what they want us to believe, and it's all carefully calculated PR.
Yeah, and he says that he criticized John Travolta for dining on his mother's memory. What is he
Of
doing
course.
there? That is
Yeah,
supervising that what qualifications does this retard have who cheated in order to graduate from Eton in order for him to get into Sandhurst? Huh?
and cheated on an art exam. How pathetic.
Huh?
Yeah.
That he's there to under what capacity? And this is all funded by the Halo. And the Halo Foundation, I'm going to show you who the Halo Foundation is funded by, okay? Because if you think I'm going to let Harry forget that we have Centevale, fuck that.
Yeah.
You screw Centevale. Maybe Dr. Chandauka doesn't mind, but I do mind.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's people getting away with it. You know, like people, aren't you guys fed up with it?
Yes. You know, I found something interesting the other day. Do you know that Pam Bondi, when she used to be before she became Florida Attorney General, she worked for a lobbyist company. That lobbyist company has offices all throughout the US and in Nigeria. What the heck is Nigeria? How come everybody is connected through Nigeria?
Yeah,
Nigeria,
Nigeria.
Angola.
I did a video about it. I did a video about it. And it was. I showed the connection. I showed the connection that it was. What you might call it. That the United Kingdom had just signed a trade agreement with them.
Is it the oil?
It's
Is
oil.
the oil? Yeah.
Oil and all kinds of things as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and they had just renewed a billion, 6 billion. They just donated 6 billion. I can't remember what it was. It was uh, it was
Christy, I think
something.
you're right.
Yeah, I did that. I did that a year ago. I did that. I did it. I did a video and I exposed all of it. All of it. I
Yeah.
exposed, and it was. I mean,
Christy Leisman in the chat, she just said rare earth and minerals. She also said something before that. I believe you're right. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. The moving of people.
where in
Nigeria.
well, actually, in Nigeria is mostly rich for the for the um, for the oil, for the diamonds. They have a huge diamond.
But they're also involved in moving people around, potentially people, children, people.
Yeah, yeah. The Rothschilds are the Rothschild Bank, and Microsoft and Bill Gates are sponsors, are partners of the Halo Foundation.
Are they really?
Yeah, yeah,
Seriously? Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. They're partners with that. I'm actually doing a video about it today, and I'm going to show you who their partners are.
Wow.
So you'll see that is the Rothschild and the bank. I'm not showing it because I'm doing a video about it, and also I'm linking it to the what you might call it, to the to the people in Baca. The people in Baca are the people that are in Congo. Is where the
Right.
rare earth is.
Mm.
Okay, that's where
So they should be the wealthiest people in the world, and they're living in poverty and barely even able to, keep themselves safe on a day-to-day basis. It's just disgusting.
And not only that, Bill Gates is the one who lobbied up. And I did a whole video about it, guys. In 2006, in Congo, you could not mine. It was illegal to mine in Congo, right?
Hmm.
But Bill Gates lobby, which means he bribed people for
Yes.
years. And in 2006, he managed to get the government to allow mining again. This is why they've been systematically killing and trying to drive the people out of because where the people were living with the indigenous people there that
Hmm.
are living there is where all the rare earth is. And the
Yeah.
mining of that is brutal. They are polluting the rivers. It's horrible to mine that. This is why Bill Gates, what he does is invest in the earth share price, which I'm very upset about it. Because
Well,
I'm an environmentalist.
yeah, exactly.
While he's completely destroying Congo, and he's the one who lobbied in Congo to get mining, and you have illegal children illegally working, killing, dying. It's horrible.
That's exactly it. But in the meantime, he does the earth shot so that he can have the PR saying that he's an environmentalist. It's sick.
Yes.
Absolutely sick.
So it is, like, it really is disheartening, guys, because we have all these people there. We have all these people. and we have the African parks. We have, like, he travels to Angola to do what? To supervise this idiot.
Mm.
What is he going to supervise?
Yeah, right. He can't even supervise himself when he's brushing his teeth.
What is he going to supervise?
Yeah.
Prince Harry's charity African parks confirmed multiple abuses. The person who did the report is the wife of the former Prime Minister Tony Blair, Cherry Blair, and she was appalled at what she found, but she can't say anything. Now Harry is accused of bullying here. Dr. Chandauka. By the way, the Santebale Foundation was created by Charles to whitewash Harry's image. And what's happening?
And he still messed it up. And he still managed to throw away that cleaning of his image with his own stupidity. It's stunning to me.
Yeah, because he wanted to trademark it in the United States, which meant that if he trademarked it under his name in the United States, Santebale in Africa could not use that name anymore because he wanted to monetize it.
Yeah.
He wanted to monetize it. That's what he wanted to do.
Yep.
And I just want to show you this, guys, because this is real. This is Princess Diana. That field that she walked on is now a thriving city. It's
Is it
the
really?
second largest city. You cannot believe that this is where this beautiful woman walked. Okay, I'm going to show you this because there were mines there. This was for real. This is not like the picture that I show you, Harry being planted. And he couldn't bring his wife to Angola. No, you couldn't bring your wife to Angola because you're no longer living with her.
Right.
And she's no longer interested in looking like a humanitarian.
Exactly.
Because now she's already got the title. Let's face it,
She's
guys.
busy. Yep, she's busy.
His mother, it was okay for him, and there was no landmine ban treaty back then. Thanks to Princess Diana, this was done. Okay, yep. So I want you to watch this, guys, because it's something that I want you to understand that this was his mother. This is Princess Diana doing what she did. This is what a humanitarian does. Touching somebody with AIDS, touching somebody leprosy, tackling the homeless for real. She didn't have a charity. She was like, where do you want me? I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll go there. Look at this. I'm going to mute myself so you guys can see and listen to this.
I seem to have an enormous amount of media that follow me around the world, so I feel that they may be able to raise the awareness of the difficulties in the country that we've arrived in. I'm very happy to do photo calls if it raises the issue, but only on that basis, and it's certainly nothing in it for me.
Right. In the San Alto region, there are 340 mined areas. Hospitals won't be built, schools won't be built until the mines are cleared. Okay? Best way to clear the mine is scrape it away. And just box in. Then the area's clear. And it can be used again. One of the worst injuries I've had, a little girl was playing and she tripped and fell, put her hand out to stop the fall, and the hand detonated a mine. We weren't sure whether she was still alive or dead, so we actually had to go into the mined area, pull her out. Unfortunately, by the time we got to the hospital, she was dead. She was about 5.
What I liked about that is when she said in the beginning, I have people who follow me, and I'm going to use that to raise awareness for issues. She was the one who created that concept, and it's sick how her son abuses that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't stand it. Because, these are peligro minas. This guy is absolutely disgusting. I can't stand him. He's a traitor. I think that he's a disgrace. The dying queen asked him to come and see her before she died. A woman who, thanks to her, this fucking asshole piece of shit. And I'm sorry, that's the only way I can think of calling
It
him.
is.
I told you
True.
this was not going to be a nice thing. It's
Yep.
going around there, absolutely trashing his mother's legacy so he can rehabilitate how fucking much of a snake him and his skanky wife are. Okay,
And whereas
Meghan Markle, the what you might call it, the this bitch, what is the humanitarian.
yeah, right. But the thing is that with Diana, she really felt that I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this because these people follow me and I'm going to bring awareness to an issue. Instead, he's using it and saying, oh, they'll follow me. How can I use that? As opposed to, how can I use it to show good? How can I use it to benefit me? That's the difference between them. She did it to benefit others. He does it to benefit himself.
Yeah. Instead, he doesn't bring his precious wife because it's too dangerous. It wasn't dangerous. And Princess Diana, guys, that was an actual minefield. I mean,
Yeah.
the guys, even the people who were there at the time were really nervous. And you know what they happened? Because they were, one of the reporters jokingly said, oh man, we didn't catch very good pictures. And she goes, you want me to go ahead? And I mean, yeah,
Right.
for real, guys. You know, yes, Theresa Woodley. Paula, he's doing sweet fuck all, but trash his mother's legacy, embarrass his mother even more.
Like Ernst said, he's doing it for his brand. Diana was doing it for the people. That's exactly right. It's a matter of who the motives were for. And he's just ridiculous. And can someone explain to me how 23 years later there's still landmines there? Duchess of North Sussex said in her video yesterday. How are there still landmines there 23 years later?
There's really none. There's really none. It's pretty much clear. That path where Princess Diana walked is not with the second largest city. You wouldn't recognize it. It's one of the largest cities there is, and you would not believe. And then he did a walk. In the video that I played at the beginning, they talk about him, that he does his mother walk. He walks exactly where Princess Diana walked, but now they're paved streets, which is why I didn't show them.
Right.
This could have been taken Outback US in the scrub one weekend.
Yep. It's true.
How much is this asshole being paid? How much?
Yep.
I'm sorry about the CR7, guys. I'm not apologizing for that. You know, like, I want to show you something. Because I'm asking these questions. I did this yesterday. I know it was a little bit naughty, but I just couldn't help myself. Wouldn't this be wonderful, guys? Both with the same tiara. Gorgeous lady. I did a tweet today and I said, I talked about, I asked everybody, where is, I don't know why that tweet is not there. Because I left, a tweet saying, questioning everybody. Where is Santebale? Where are everybody?
Yep.
Where's everybody? I mean, Santebale, where are you? I mean, I don't know why it's not there. You know, because I did that tweet. I don't know if it was deleted or something, because apparently now, even that, it should have gone. I don't know why it's not there. You know, that I was asking, I tagged everybody. I tagged Santebale, I tagged everybody. But it's
Look
not
under
there.
replies. Look under your replies. If you tagged people, it might be under your replies.
Yeah, but it's not there. No, it's not there. It's not there. Replies is not there. It's that, you know, that video yesterday. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you were right on the replies. You know, I learned something every day. Thank you. People think that I'm this, you know, like, I'm not, guys. It's here. Oh, here it is. Charity Commission, I'm tagging them. Where are the results of the Santa Valley investigation? Heritage Foundation, what is going on with the drug addict Prince Harry visa case? And this is the Department of Justice, National Security, and AG Pam Bondi. Why is the reporter of African Park buried? When is Harry supposed to submit the records to the judge about whether or not he paid witnesses? I tagged 10 Downing Street. Why is the president of Angola receiving a dessert and non-working royal as though he were a head of state? Is the Halo Foundation funding Harry's exploitation trip? And
yeah. And it's all true. And that's just the tip of the freaking iceberg with these people.
And meanwhile, I mean, the Princess of Wales was so gorgeous. I can't take my eyes off her. And meanwhile, guys, I can't find Harry's birth certificate online anywhere. So, I've asked everybody to help me find the birth certificate. By the way, I am going to have an interview with the Duchess of Sussex soon, So, I have it actually. I'll send you the link, R&B, but it's just that I need editing it some more. Meanwhile, this is what we have. This is what we have. While Princess Diana is walking landmines. And I talked to the hospital. I have the fucking phone calls here. This was not filmed. And this is why Meghan Markle, when she went on that Emma birthday, and that was filmed in 2021. No, it wasn't. Where is your mask? This is all fake. And this is Harry. This is the thing. Okay?
You think that's actually Harry?
No, that is Harry.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. But this was not in 2021.
No.
And the hospital is under hot waters right now because a lot of parents who were not even allowed to have, because this is in June, allegedly 2021, when COVID was at its peak and they shut down. I even showed clips of the Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital, saying that they were cutting and not allowing any visitors or anything, and they have to have masks at all times. At all times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she just doesn't do it, and this is the point with Meghan Markle. She takes it too fucking far. She could have done 5-6 minutes. No, she has to be a skanky hoe and take it too much. And Harry with his flat ass. And by the way, he doesn't have sausage fingers.
No, he doesn't.
And this is
but neither does William. But neither does William.
This is a lady here, who does that. That's her. Meghan couldn't do that. Why don't you bare that stomach?
Yeah, right.
You can't move. Your stomach is so tight. And listen to the Princess of Wales here.
Have any wishes for your new niece, Lilibet?
Oh, I wish her all the very best. I can't wait to meet her because we haven't yet met her yet.
The shade. I love her. The shade.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have this gank running to the ocean.
A lot of negotiations.
Yeah.
I do. Well, let's just.
I wish I had been involved in the Meghan and Harry leave Spotify negotiation. The grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them. Business.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you this. This is Princess Catherine. She was about 6 or 7 months pregnant with Louis. They're getting out of the Commonwealth thing, right? Mm-hmm. Meghan is walking right behind. Princess Catherine, she likes to shrink down to the level, right? As much as she can. Look here. And you can see that she's swollen. She can't even go down all the way. See that?
Yep.
She can't. And she has to do that because with her legs closed at least.
Yep.
So she has to do that. Because she has a belly in front of her.
Because it's real. Yep.
Okay? And this is why I think people are angry. People like me are angry because, I think I don't know why. I am not speaking on behalf of anybody, but I think people are angry about this because it's like, how much gaslighting do they think that
that's
they
exactly it. That's exactly it. You're treating us like idiots. You treat us like we're not intelligent enough to see right through you, and we are seeing through you. And so the continued insult of telling us what we see isn't what we see is the problem.
Now, this is Meghan Markle supposedly on Mother's Day this year. This is supposed to be Lilibet. Look at the supposed Archie. They're both the same height.
Yeah.
So this is why I say when people that Charles wants to meet his grandchildren.
What grandchildren?
Which one?
Yeah.
Look at the shadow here. The shadow straight. I called the thing. I have the phone call here that I talked to the woman. I have the email from her that I can show, but I wish I could show it to you live, but then my email would show. So, and here is Harry, platinum at the Diana Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're going to have a seat at exclusive Royal Gala this year. If you become a platinum partner.
Wow.
What royal gala? Is Harry a royal? Can somebody please explain that to me? Because I don't get it. How can he be having a royal gala if he doesn't? And this is the lady from Pearl.
And our local author is trying to change all that with a new book,
This is
Pole Power and the Girl with Two Dads. I went along to St Leonard's to talk to Mel Elliott. So Mel, what inspired this new book?
I just wanted young children to realise that a traditional one mum, one dad, and a nice family home isn't always the case for.
And Pearl was her
know,
idea.
yeah, and you know what she said? She had cancer, and the Sussex Squad was
Yep.
so brutal that she was too afraid to speak up because she was COVID. She was
Yep.
already in talks to doing a TV show about it. That's why Netflix stopped it very quietly, and they don't say anything.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, and instead we have this skank here from whatever sticking her. I'm sorry, that is fucking creepy. That is disgusting.
I just.
I mean, who eats like that?
Not to mention that jam is just disgusting. Like it just looks gross.
It looks like a very thick, heavy period. That's all there
Yeah.
is to it. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry I'm being grossed out because I am so upset, guys, because they're trying to gaslight us. UK Charity Commission. Where is the Centevale investigation report?
Yeah.
Heritage Foundation, have you sold out? What's happened with Harry's visa? By the way, Harry entered the United States under the Trump administration. I've
Yes.
taken so much crap on my channel because I like Trump's. I'm not a party person. I don't like a political party. If I vote for somebody, it's because I like what the person says. I really think that political parties should be abolished. And if it were up to me, I think that each state in the United States should put forth a candidate and, for president, and people should vote based on what the candidate's saying. Period. Because these political parties have now become absolute corrupt machines. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
absolutely.
I took so much shit on my channel. Oh, you're a MAGA. No, I'm not a MAGA. I'm not anything. I just want to find the truth. And I like that Trump was supposed to be releasing the Epstein files, which now is not the case. That he was supposed to release the JFK files, which is not the case. The same thing with Malcolm, whatever the guy, Dr. King. They're not released. He said he was that if he was elected, he would end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. We're 3 months in, and instead, I just found that he sent more weapons to Ukraine. Whatever happened to end the war between Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours? Why bomb Iran when they were getting ready to go on Sunday on those peace talks? I am so sick and tired of being lied to. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Harry's a druggie who's basically trashing the First Amendment. Meghan Markle using a royal title to write to Congress.
Now, and if Harry was a good person, or if Harry was doing something worthwhile, anything, just even a little bit worthwhile, I'd be more forgiving of it. But he's a moron. Like he's not doing anything that justifies him getting these free passes on all these ridiculous things. He's just taking up space. He's doing nothing good with the benefits that he's getting.
But the problem is that he's also endorsing drugs, which is one of the things that Trump is trying to fight.
Yeah.
And here you have, that when her channel, when this came, I did a video about 2.5 years, almost 3 years, 3 years ago now, saying that this was her account because Serena Williams, Abigail Spencer, and a bunch of others were following. I was called a fantasist that probably had made up that account, that it was a lie, that she was not in social media, because they were very publicly saying they were not on social media, right?
Right.
She had peonies. Is that how you say it in English, peonies?
What is it?
The flowers, the
peonies.
Yes. Now, I was called a fantasist. And guess what? When you go here about this account, June 2022, go check my channel around that time. When I said, Meghan has changed her time, because before it was just Meghan. When I said that she was shopping for a book, that was 2.5 years ago. And movie things, that she was getting ready to divorce Harry, I was a fantasist. And then what happened? It comes out through Vanity Fair.
Yep.
Now, I'll show you this. Meghan, our second day was the July 4th. That is absolute bullshit. You were at Wimbledon. Why did, this is, and she posted a picture of the second day. Why not post a picture of Harry during that day and her and Harry now? Why not?
Please, because she hasn't seen him in 6 to 8 months, is my guess.
Don't you think that makes more logic? Look, this is, like, and then she posted the Harry Center. That's absolute bullshit. You can see that she's the one who did that. Harry, there's no way he was going to come with a cupcake, Harry. And
Right.
on 4th of July, she was at the Wimbledon game. He managed to wrestle where Cressida was. Why not post a picture of them together afterwards? Where's the picture of now? This is us that day, and this is us now, as loved up as now. And this is supposed to be Harry?
Yeah, right. Please.
That's actually, I'm going to stop it. That is actually Eugenie's son. That is from the Netflix documentary, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Eugenie was visiting there. That is not Archie. Because then
I don't even know. Who the hell is Archie?
we also have Meghan playing with Archie in the ocean when it's clearly Eugenie. I don't know who the hell that girl is. I don't know who those kids are. Look how big that girl looks compared to Archie. That's supposed to be Archie. That is actually Eugenie's son. That's also from Netflix. Ashley was there.
Yeah, what about her? She confuses me.
Look, now this I could believe is the real Archie who looks like Meghan Markle, and this is why Meghan Markle doesn't like him. Because that kid is clearly brown.
Yes.
That kid is clearly brown. Looks nothing like the kid that, he doesn't have the blue eyes.
No.
That kid is you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at that kid. And I know I'm going to get the hater. Oh, you're hating. How is this girl here without a life vest?
Huh. And the one with Harry, too. And the one with Harry, too.
I posted the real picture. You can, unless this little kid has a broken arm, I don't know what the hell is going on there.
There's the picture of Harry with her, too, right?
Whoever this child is looks clearly uncomfortable. But Meghan doesn't give a shit that the kid looks clearly uncomfortable. Whoever this poor little kid is, this is so terrible. This is child endangerment, whoever that child actor is. And what an ugly looking woman. I mean, Meghan Markle, just like her wine, it's skanky.
Yeah, I still don't understand that picture of Archie with the sunset. What was even the purpose of it?
No, and look at that. Look at the shadows. These are straight pillars, while the veranda is all squarey. Yep. And I called the hotel, and I have the email, and I've shown it. Why doesn't she have her children here looking at the little duckies for Easter? Because she was fucking Jake Rosenberg. If I were Jake Rosenberg's wife, I'd be very upset. And I'm sorry I'm so angry, guys, because I'm so fed up of the injustice of people. We have Lucy Connolly sitting inside jail for a post. And this woman who's a liar, a thief, a skank, a defamer, who has trashed the Queen's legacy, everything. It's out posting this kind of crap.
And she gets away with it. That's what I don't, and nobody questions it, and nobody questions. I mean, the list of things that this woman has done, and nobody ever questions when she just shows up, with another photo shoot, another publicity stunt. Nobody questions it.
And King Charles wants peace with them. He's creating problems. I'm sorry, I'm not. If Meghan Markle, I don't hate her. Harry, I do hate his actions for what he did to the Queen because he knows better.
Right.
But and clearly he's disloyal. Loyalty does not run in either side of Harry and Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
They don't know the meaning of the word loyalty. And by the way, I am doing a video because guess who Meghan Markle was communicating with prior to her official death?
Who?
Virginia Roberts.
Oh, I did hear you say that in one of your videos recently. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was communicating with Virginia Roberts by text.
Yep. Why? How?
They were
Why is
supposed to
Virginia?
meet. I think they were supposed to meet in New York. But now we know that Virginia Roberts is no longer with us. Isn't that funny?
Hmm. Why? What was it that would make Virginia Giuffre talk to Meghan? Only if she already knew her. She wouldn't
But
just out of the blue accept it. Do you know what I
well,
mean?
yeah, but I guess you weren't watching the first part of the live because Virginia Giuffre was going to call Meghan Markle as a witness.
No, I do. I know that, but that was the decision of her attorney, and the point
No,
was
but that's
that
because Virginia Roberts told her call Meghan Markle because she's been around. I know her.
right. So they knew each other. That was my point. Was that they knew each
Well,
other ahead of time.
yeah, the article said that Meghan Markle was a close associate, had been a past close associate of Prince Andrew, so she would have been around to see stuff.
Yep.
That's what that's what the article says.
Yep.
And now we
And
see Prince Andrew come back, being walked to churches and stuff like that.
yeah, because it's going to be as though nothing ever happened. It's going to be as though the whole JE thing never happened.
You know, and I am so angry. I am so angry because it's like, you know, people say, and the reason why they do this, they gaslight, is because they keep hoping that people are going to say, oh, you know, people are going to get fed up. They want to wear you out. I'm not going away. I'm not going away.
Yeah.
This is how we get people down. We're not going away. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're not. At least I'm not. You know, I don't care. I'm not. I'm going to keep calling them because a lot of stuff, when it becomes so obvious, they have to do something about it. They really do. And my whole point of my channel is to drive them to the point that, you know, and the reason why I said it before, why I wanted to have a lot of people who talked about the same topic about this is because at least the Sussex Squad is unified in their message.
Yes.
You never hear a Sussex Squad trash another Sussex Squad. They have one message. And I thought that, yeah, we may differ in our approach to delivering stuff or whatever. But, you know, if we look, instead of looking like one isolated crazy account, you know, like if we're like a huge number of people who are unified in a message, which is these two are grifters, because they are a symptom of something much greater that this is allowed to happen.
You know, here's the reason though that the Sussex Squad can be on message and be all in agreement with each other is because they're following the agenda that they're given. They're not free thinking people doing and investigating and thinking things through. That's why. That's the difference. Is that they're
Yeah, but
just
no, I understand that, but I'm
pushing
saying
a
that
story.
even if we're doing, I thought, but I'm no longer doing that. Fuck that, because I learned my lesson. That, you know, I figure that if all of us who talk about the same topic, even if we have different points of view, but we talk about this topic and we're unified in the topic and stuff like that, rather than people trashing each other because, you know, that's all they do now, to try to discredit channels who actually, guys, I spend my own money. I don't have very much money, but I spend my money trying to do research. The phone calls I make are expensive because they're out of the third world country. So they are expensive. The emails I send, the times, and why do I do that? Because I want to know. I want to know because this is not right.
And because it's getting worse, because it's getting more and more. They're not done. They're still doing it. They're still making up stories. They're still changing the narrative. They're still doing it.
And the reason why, I know a lot of you come on, why don't you talk about the Photoshop? I do sometimes talk when it's very obvious.
Right.
Oh, but you know, for me, it's not about, I don't care about that. It's like, why isn't Harry being investigated? Where is the charity report from the charity commission about Sente Vale? Why is Dr. Sophie Chandauka, rather than being very vocal about it, Do something. Do you guys remember that Muslim organization that Harry and Meghan trashed?
Which one was it?
The Muslim organization. There was a
Oh, yeah.
scandal. Archwell scandal, Muslim. I invited the lady, Muslim organization. They basically did to them what they did to Archwell. This is Meghan Markle yachting. This is why Virginia Roberts wanted, because that's Karina Sholiak. Basically, this is in 2014 in Epstein's yacht.
Mm.
And I'll tell you, I reached out. The drama between the Archwell Foundation and the Muslim Women's Coalition Explained.
That's the one that did the cookbook, right?
No, this is the one in the United States.
Okay.
Where they released a statement saying that they were doing hate speech. And then the woman came and gave an interview with a Sussex squatty, which is called Matter of Fact.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I invited the lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she had agreed. And then I sent her my channel. And she didn't want to come. She suddenly was sick. She's okay to go on a Sussex Squad channel, while I was willing to, which makes no sense. Why would you go on Matter of Fact, who's a supporter of Meghan Markle, and not come to a channel? Because I'm not a hater. And people say, oh, you're a Charles hater. Tell me, where have I said that I hate Charles? I expose things.
You point out what he's done.
I have called, like when people said that he was a bad father and stuff like that, I've shown pictures of him, that he was of that very same race where Diana was. And I still have the picture because they're very hard to find, guys, but I have them and I show them because what's fair is fair. He was in many ways, yes, he was with Camilla, he was doing that. But for example, he did the run. With the school run, but nobody took pictures because it was Charles and Diana did the school, the run. But I've shown those pictures. I've shown this very same picture of Princess Diana, of Charles, when Princess Diana was cuddling Harry in Spain. I showed the picture of Charles doing the same thing. I showed it in my video yesterday. What's fair is fair. Here's the picture. Look, this is picture.
Mm-hmm.
What's fair is fair. Like, he was there. It's just that the press didn't show the very same pictures.
Yep.
But I do show the pictures where he was there. I will give him credit where credit is due. But to me, I'm sorry, guys. So far,
there's no credit. There's no credit to give.
What has he done? He could pardon that lady. He really could pardon Lucy Connolly and that mother's misery. Because he is political.
Oh, absolutely. Political when they want to be, and then when they don't want to be, that's when they say.
Have you noticed how they're not talking about that? Like how they're not talking about that poor woman in jail. I think she was badly beaten not long ago.
Unreal.
The charity Archwell, they haven't posted taxes since 2022. This is the third year, and we have the governor, that Newscom guy, defending a delinquent charity.
The fact that he even said anything about the charity, I still consider that an ethical breach.
Why would he be talking about
he never should have said anything.
Charity?
Exactly. He never should have said a word. And the fact that he did, and the fact that he was willing to, that says a lot right there.
It really does. And I think that a lot of people are frustrated with this. We're frustrated because people have had enough. People are going through hard times. Birmingham City basically has holes everywhere. Their crime rate is insane. They don't have enough money to fund the police, additional police. The garbage is only going to be picked up once every 2 weeks because they don't have funds for that. But Harry gets 27 million to do that scam of charity and evict this thing.
Yeah.
Even the military complained about it. He said that you didn't increase our budget in the military, so you are creating more veterans for this scam of charity to continue. And I think that, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's disgusting.
I think it's awful.
You know,
Absolutely
veterans sleeping in the streets. And now they passed a law about against the veterans, how to put them in jail and all kinds of things. This is King Charles. Then Prince Charles. These are the parents running, the fathers running. There is Charles. I will give him credit where credit is due, guys. But him bringing Fergie, why is Fergie still living at the Royal Lodge?
Yeah.
Why is he bringing Andrew at Easter? And I know you guys are going to say, well, it's his family. Yes, but the Easter walk to that church is actually listed in the official website of the British monarchy. Andrew could have gone through the back without being seen.
Yeah. Yeah. He's completely being protected. Andrew and Fergie are both being protected. And I think it's because they have dirt on others.
And you know why that makes me so angry? Because this gives Harry and Meghan fuel, like they posted on their SussexRoyal.com website. Others have done it. Why can't we?
Yeah.
Why can't we do it? Because Meghan basically said a thread. I can name a bunch of people who are doing that because Harry ran his mouth to her. Fergie is on video caught selling access to Andrew. And again, both daughters were angry, not that their mother is a crook, but that they caught her. They trashed the reporter. And they even tried to send that reporter to jail. You know the reason why the reporter did that? Because it wasn't the first time. You know, like when the police wants to do a sting operation and they manage to infiltrate somebody?
Yeah.
And they knew she was doing it. Everybody was doing it. Everybody knew. That's how they knew how to do it. So it wasn't a first time thing like she tried to say. And it was, and then I was with drugs and we was this. She went on Oprah. She was the first one to go on Oprah. Why wasn't this woman in jail? That case was not to try the reporter. It's like yesterday when I did my video. People attacking me for pointing out that there is a book by Angela Levin, authored by Angela Levin. Angela Levin hasn't reached out to me to say you're lying about me.
Well, why would she? She did it. She wrote the book. Yeah. Yep.
Instead, people have come to attack me that's not true. That's her name. That's her book.
Yeah.
It's here.
Someone said in the comments.
There's a name. Angela Levin, Max Clifford. She's the one who wrote the book.
Max has more secrets.
He's dead now.
Piers. Yeah, but that's Piers saying that.
Pardon me?
Piers said that. That's a quote at the top. That quote is from Piers Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah. Max knows more secrets of the rich and famous than anyone in the world. Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yes, he did. He knew everything. This is why James Hewitt contacted him. And he said, I didn't charge him because he couldn't afford me.
Right.
So I told you from the beginning that this was going to be a rough life. I am not trashing King Charles, but I'm saying we need answers.
We do.
And it is up to us because I know how this works, guys. I went through this with my ex for 7 years. People kept telling me, just come to the deal. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. If I had been quiet, my reputation, which is still in tatters, by the way, you never recover. I still hear the Sussex squad and people from the Mexican community calling me a child trafficker when that's never the case. My son receiving death threats in Canada.
But that's how you know you're on the right track. That's how you know what you're saying is the right direction. You know you're on the right track.
And as I said yesterday, my channel, my video yesterday, in spite of the fact that it's the most watched video, guys, I'll tell you how many views that video has. It has 32,000 views. when this is actually a very serious thing, in spite of the fact that the analytics of the video, it's like through the roof, the watch
Right.
time. And usually that's how YouTube knows that a video is liked, by the watch time.
Mm-hmm.
If people click off, oh, they're not interested, you might click for the title and stuff like that. And I've lost subscribers. But the video is 15 minutes and people are staying for 11 minutes. The average view duration of my channel is 7 to 8 minutes. They're staying almost the entirety of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And yet YouTube is not pushing it. And
Of
people
course.
are attacking me, trashing me as though I wrote the book.
Yep.
Because I point something out. Okay. For example, Andrew Lowney says that his book is out. I'm going to invite him again to see if he comes to discuss it on my channel. I can guarantee you he'll say no. Okay. But that's fine because I know what has been said to him about me. And it's not by the Sussex Squad, unfortunately.
No.
And a lot of you, like the maid interview guys, people, you should have the maid interview. The Mexican community immediately came out and trashed the maid. Some said that was even Ron's voice. And everything the maid said, by the way, was true.
Right.
Meghan Markle had the governor on speed dial. Meghan Markle.
I have no doubt of that. I have no doubt whatsoever of that. No doubt.
But you know that she reached too many people and they didn't want to touch her? Just like that reporter that we saw at the beginning, how the palace reached out and said for 3 years, this woman was very angry. This ABC reporter was really angry that for 3 years, the palace threatened. And then it was all news. And she says, I'm so angry because I had the story and I was forced to shut it down. And this is just a Latino woman trying to put food on the table for 2 children. And I asked her to come again. And then she says, there's absolutely no way. I thought I was going to get aid from,
no.
I was expecting it from her followers. I wasn't expecting it from even the same YouTubers in your area.
Right. Well, if you ask me, I think the Markles are behind that, but that's my opinion.
And I mean, I don't understand that. And this is why it's even harder for me to bring you guys stuff. And I think twice about it. Even I'm going to shut down my channel, because I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this, especially
when they did it to your son.
Yeah.
When they threatened your son.
Yeah.
Because that should never.
In the chat. YouTube is known to randomly unsubscribe people from controversial channels. How it determines this is random. That's my son. He's in the other room with Siri. By the way, I've kept you guys for too long. I don't want to bore you guys. I just want to give an update about something about Siri. Siri is doing well. I took her to the vet yet. She's lost 4 pounds.
Yay.
Yeah, no, yes. My son has gained them, but she's lost them and she just has 3 more pounds to lose. And her platelet, her leukocytes were 20,000 and now which is apparently the normal was 10,000 maximum. And now they're 8,000, which is great. And her platelets are 275,000, which means she's fantastic.
Yay.
So yes, so I urge people to keep asking, please guys, watch our channels when we talk about Sente Vale. Because watch when we talk about like, Pidana, I think is doing a video today about Sente Vale and all of those things. And why is Harry even in Angola? Why is this fucking loser in Angola? Huh? And who sent him there?
And who paid?
How much is he getting paid for that? Because this guy doesn't do things for free. Did he go by private plane, Mr. Environment?
Of course.
And no, he didn't bring his skanky wife because, of danger. He didn't bring her because they're not together.
Yep.
And the reason why Meghan Markle was reaching out to Virginia Giuffre, you have to watch it in my video. Because Meghan is not done screwing around with the royal family.
No. I don't think so either.
And there's a reason why Virginia Roberts wanted to call her as a witness. And the lawyer clearly said, because the lawyer didn't say, her lawyer didn't say, because Meghan, why would a lawyer call Meghan who just met thing?
Yeah.
And I think this is why Harry said publicly, this is how I knew Meghan didn't know, because she didn't know who my uncle was. What an idiot. Hey.
Yeah. And he thinks we're stupid enough to believe it.
Yeah. Okay. And I know, guys, you know what? It's not hating on somebody asking for the truth.
No.
You know?
Absolutely.
There's not hating, because you don't hear me saying I hate Charles. I don't like what he's doing, because he's throwing his son to the wolves, William, who's actually there,
Yeah.
Serving for the family. He's there doing his duty.
Yep.
Like he's there, like the thing with the homeless, following in his mother's tradition.
Yep.
That's who, and rather than Charles concentrating on that, what is he doing? Trying to create chaos and going behind William's back and have secret meetings because guys, please use your thinking brain. There's no way this director is going to go on his own without Charles' approval. He's the director of communications for Charles.
Yep.
Look at this gorgeous family. Aren't they gorgeous?
They are.
Oh, I haven't like that. But look at that. You can see that I haven't been on mine a lot because I haven't. Like, for example, I mean, to me it was shameful. Oh my God. He really is eye candy. Sorry guys, he is really gorgeous. Okay, let's make this large. Look at this guy. He's playing polo for charity. And he doesn't use spurs, by the way. That's very important, unlike Harry, who uses spurs. Spurs are terrible for horses.
They are.
Okay, he doesn't use spurs, and the horse love him.
He looks just like my brother. He really does. My brother looks just like him.
This guy is, this guy's gorgeous. And then, this is with the Lionesses that he went there, and they won, and apparently now he's living at Windsor. But this really boiled me. They look beautiful. I did not like that dress. I gotta be honest with you guys. I did not like that dress. I thought that dress
I don't like it either.
It could have been more fitted, like the other ones that she's worn that are more fitted, especially if you have those big things. I'm not a fan of that dress. I think she's beautiful, but I did not like that skirt. It looks like a big curtain.
And I don't like when she does with the shoulder pads on top and the sleeves that are like flowy. I don't like that either. I think it does her a disservice.
Yeah. But I don't understand why they were sent to greet this. I mean, I have no words, but yeah. William went.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But William went. And in the meantime, what is Charles doing? Having his directors of communications meet very publicly to get caught there doing stuff,
Yep.
I hadn't like that. Yeah. So, well, anyways, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, ORMV, for sharing your time.
You. Yes, thank you for having me.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep talking about this. Mm-hmm. Guys, please, your support means watch the videos that are not salacious. I try not to do that in my channel. Like, I know that a lot of people get angry because I don't know why. I mean, I'm bringing you stuff. I was really shocked yesterday that people were saying that I was basically falsifying that information about Angela Levin in spite of the fact that I left the links. I wasn't trashing her. I am bringing information that you guys should know about it. And the only reason why I don't talk about the Earl Pembroke again is because I can't back it up. There's no credible source for that.
Right, but there is for this. And if to say that you said anything wrong is to say that Angela isn't a credible source, but she is.
No, people saying, how can you slander Angela Levin? How was I slandering her for her work that she did?
Yep. Yeah.
How is that slandering? She hasn't reached out to me. She has my email.
Yeah.
You know, and she made money. She's still making money because a lot of people are now buying that book.
Of course. People wouldn't have known of it otherwise. But it's all a PR game. It's who can gaslight the loudest and make it most obvious.
Do you think that I would have done that video had it been false?
Mm-hmm.
And like Alex Belfield said, Alex Belfield was the only one allowed, or the only one who didn't care about asking about that part of the book. Because if you ask me, that was the most explosive part of the book. Not Frank Sinatra, not Liza Minnelli, not Judy Garland, but that of Princess Diana, the most famous woman in the world, and those rumors that have been going around. And nobody asked. Alex Belfield is the only one. Do you think I'm going to risk myself and my channel and put out something that I know I can't back up? It's there. It's in the book. Go buy it. Download it. Do whatever you want. Read it.
And that's just it. The abuse that you get, the pushing and the constant pushback that you get, all that means is you have done your research and you have done, you know, anything you put forward, you know you can back up, because you know if you don't, it's going to be questioned. It actually makes you more believable and more dependable of a source, because everybody knows you're going to get shit if you don't back it up, and so you know you can. You don't present the receipts unless you can.
I'm just going to ask this because I'm still receiving messages about this. I don't answer to bullies. I gave Thomas Markle Jr. a platform. I was super friendly with him. I have never badmouthed him in my channel. He has threatened me publicly. He has said very nasty things about me publicly and behind doors as well, him and his sister. I took a lot of hatred from people because I used to champion Samantha Markle. I was the only YouTuber and people were calling me her mouthpiece. I got her into all the YouTube channels with everybody else. And then I found out that she was going behind my back, organizing people to attack me and trashing me. I took a lot of abuse, racist abuse from Samantha Markle, to the point that I had to block her. And then she got another number, and then she WhatsApped me, and then I started talking to her again. But I was talking, I remember I sent, because why is she talking to me that way? I'm sorry, but why would they be talking to you? And one of the times I said, well, why did you reach out to me? Because it's basically condescending that she wants to say, well, you are a nobody.
Yeah.
Why would anybody talk to you? Well, you reached out to me.
Yeah.
And when I said that I was talking to Samantha at the time, people said, oh, you're a liar, until she came on my channel. And then I introduced her to everybody. And cause I felt bad, because I know what it is like when nobody listens to you. And I guess that's how they got me, because I felt that I believed them. So I don't talk to a person who has publicly threatened me, my life, has tried to discredit me publicly, and behind my back has gotten with other people. Cause I have the messages, I have the videos, I have the voicemails that you guys don't have. So you people asking me to answer now to him. It's like you asking me to answer a message from my ex-husband who tried to kill me 3 times, and he used to beat the fuck out of me on a daily basis, break my arms and stuff like that. No, I won't do it. Okay. I am done with that. Like Meghan says, I'm done with that. I am done with her. So he texted me. Why is he putting it out to other people? He even reached out to my company. Don't contact me. I thought that by me not answering him, he would get the message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a police investigation. If he happens to be involved in any of those letters, I don't know. Because I can tell you publicly what I can share right now with the ongoing investigation is that some of the letters came from a town in the UK called Worthing, another one Chester, Florida, and Montecito. Those are the locations. They were able to trace the locations.
Now, if you ask me, if Junior were allegedly, in my opinion, do your own research, if he were in California, would he send it from Montecito in order to leave that impression that it came from Meghan? I think so.
Sassy Madeline, you said Paula did not slander you or anyone. Who is it? Who is in the chat that is there like a YouTuber here that I don't know about? Because who am I slandering? Can you tell me who that person is? Sassy Madeline? By the way, thanks for your super chats and everything, guys. You know, I know you are, and I'm thankful for that, guys. You know, it's like I am. You know, I was talking to somebody. By the way, for example, I love Kinsey Schofield. I love Kinsey Schofield. I find Kinsey Schofield to be a very credible person. I find Kinsey Schofield, I know people don't like her because she used to believe Meghan Markle. She used to like Meghan Markle, you know, like everybody for quite some time. Yankee Wally, you know that I've actually have asked my team that represents me to see if we can get Yankee Wally's original channel back. So because she used Yankee Wally, I mean, when I was in Norway, she was great, and I used to watch her all the time. I've asked Yankee Wally to come on my channel. She won't because you know she has her reasons. You know she's shy or whatever. And I love her. Yankee Wally was in Norway, and I remember listening to this lady. It's like, wow, I'm not the only one then, because I did videos originally, and they were taken down because at that time you could not say a bad thing about Meghan Markle.
Right.
You know, and not even a bad thing. You could not even point out the truth. I mean, my Twitter account back then got canceled because I said, isn't this weird that only her black mother is there? Where is the rest of the family? She's a grifter.
Now, why can't we get Wally's channel back? Why can't Wally get her original channel back?
And she got, because of Boozy and stuff like that. Yeah. Do you know that, for example, in my channel, guys, I can tell you, if you look at my video yesterday, you know how many times I had to change the title? And that screws up the algorithm for the video yesterday.
Right.
Because I kept getting messages from YouTube. That is the past. You can't talk about certain topics. If ABC can be silenced, who do you think? Do you think I can't be silenced?
Right.
And then on top of that, I have the Mexican community threatening every person who comes on my channel, telling them not to come back, trashing me, lying about me. And then I am the terrible one for defense, and I never speak about this. I've only spoken about this 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't go and say, oh, this person is lying. Or I'm going to go talk and see what ORMD is saying in her video. I'm going to say, you know what, ORMD is lying. Or I'm not going to wake up all disheveled. Oh, because to trash another YouTuber. I'm not going to do it. I do my own shit.
Stay in your lane.
Yes. But apparently that's not worth it. They had badmouthed me to Dan Wooden, by the way, which is why Dan Wooden won't have me on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
They had badmouthed me to Dan Wooden, but not the Sussex Squad.
No.
Okay? So they badmouthed me to other people. So if you don't see me back on their channels, or you say, why don't, because immediately Tina, who I had in my channel because of domestic violence, because eventually I want to get my channel to domestic violence and stuff like that, because I went through that, right? And Tina does a fantastic job, and I want to give a platform for victims or survivors or people who have a story to share, but are too scared to share it, and give them like an outlet so they can talk and we can all support them, because a lot of times you don't have anybody to talk to, but you would like to say it, just to say it, so I want to get my channel to that. And I reached out to Tina because I followed her on TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my video with her was about domestic violence because she's a survivor. Tina is beautiful. Very next day, she was invited by certain YouTubers. And she was excited. And she said, oh my God, Paula, and she was, these people invited me. Did I say anything negative? No, Tina can tell you. I was actually happy because my idea is like, oh my God, that's great.
She's getting more exposure. Right.
And then her measure about domestic abuse is getting more exposure, which is very important to me, guys. Right?
Right.
So what was she told when she was finished? They started trashing me. And when it ended, she's like, they were telling her to take sides, not to come back to my channel and join them. And she said, no, I've been through bullying. I know what this is.
Good for her. Good for her.
Where's
That's
Tina?
awful.
She's doing vacation, and the thing is that we're gonna start doing lives about that too, because she's very disheartened. You know, Tina is disheartened about what's happening in the UK. She's worried about freedom of speech. She's worried about coming and doing lives because she's worried that they're gonna come and put her in jail.
Rightly so. She has a
But
reason to worry. I mean, you can't trust it anymore. If you can't trust whether or not you have that free
yeah.
speech. Yeah.
So yeah. So that's where we are, guys. So please go watch the video I did yesterday. I had to change the stupid title. I had to change and I want you to listen to a little bit of this, because I want you to tell me where there I am trashing Angela Levin, because they said that I trashed Angela Levin on this video, and I want you to tell me where I am trashing Angela Levin. Okay?
Prince Harry's birth certificate has been erased from the internet. And what I'm about to reveal to you, it comes directly from Angela Levin's bombshell book that I am sure she wishes now she had never written or co-authored. The revelations are shocking, and it will bring a new light to what people think of Harry and the dynamic of his role within the institution. Should a DNA test be done? Did then Prince Charles know about it? Because this is not me trashing Princess Diana, because this is not what this video is about. This video is about a book that Angela Levin co-authored. The interview, because she interviewed James Hewitt at length. She is a reputable author, a best-selling author, a royal expert, and she put her name to it. And she benefited from that story. I am sure that she did extensive verifications. This is about finding the truth and whether or not Harry and his children should be in the line of succession. Please stick around. Friendship was all it was. Relationship around 1982, early. Clifford, read it on Amazon. I'll leave you the link. As you can clearly see, it's Max Clifford. Read all about it. And Max Clifford, and people are trying to say, even the ears, people are trying to say the sausage fingers. No. Harry does not have King Charles sausage fingers. He has very slim fingers. And you're wondering, what does that mean, Paula? Well, it means that given that, if it's true what Angela Levin printed in that book, that Diana met or was involved with James Hewitt from 1982, early 1982, it means that there's a very serious chance that he could be Prince Harry's father. You see, if people hide that, then you have Ken Worth, who's a very reputable guy, coming and saying, oh no, when I came to work for Diana, when Harry had already been born, not before. Okay, so it's something that it's there. It can't be denied. And James Hewitt authorized that. James Hewitt authorized for this to be released. Angela Levin, who's a very credible royal reporter, wrote the book. So I leave this question to you guys. If he was involved with Princess Diana sexually after William was born, that puts a different perspective into Harry's role.
Yeah, you don't trash Angela at all.
And later in that video, I said she's a credible reporter, because what makes this book special is the fact that there is a credible royal reporter. Angela Levin is a royal biographer with authorized biography from the royal family with access. There is no way that Angela Levin would not sit down, proofread that thing. If she didn't believe James Hewitt, she would have said, you know what, I'm not going to put that, because, this is terrible.
Yeah, no, you didn't say anything negative. I watched that video. It was all positive. It was just stating the facts.
But I was shocked how this video is suppressed by YouTube. And I got so many multiple warnings. I can show them here, because if I show you my directly from my email, you get my email address, and I don't want to get that. This is why sometimes I take screenshots from my email thing and I scratch the thing, because it's my personal email.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, when I sent down Wooden the emails that I got from the Vital Records department, And I'm gonna the records department. I forwarded directly unaltered. These are the emails. You have them. I have nothing to hide.
Yep.
So this is where we are with things. I appreciate you staying for so long, guys. You guys are amazing. You kick ass. Please go watch that video. Share it with everybody. Cause that's what helps us. And Pidina has a bombshell video coming out today about Sense Vale. I'm not going to do a video today because I've done a live and I don't want to bore the hell out of you. But I want to thank you guys for always being here. I'm sorry if it was, I really don't hate Charles, guys. I did love the Queen. You know, I do think that, you know, he's a privileged man. He's a bit of a hypocrite because his actions say that, just like Harry.
Mm-hmm.
I've criticized, and by the way, guys, I've criticized William. When William dared criticize William Shatner for going out into space, that was a big red flag for me, because that is Captain Kirk who went on space at 92 years of age. And you guys know.
Yeah.
I'm a Trekkie. I did a video calling Prince William out. I've called him out that he shouldn't be involved with Bill Gates.
Yep. He shouldn't.
Bill Gates is evil. That guy is evil. Like, oh my God, guys, if you only knew. I'm tempted. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to do that, even that video. You know, like I work.
Yeah.
I wish I could show you some pictures of mine that I have on my Facebook page when I went to Vietnam and stuff like that. And the things that I saw there. Pidina, she has access, because even in my Facebook, I have them private and only a few people can see of those scripts I made. And they're founded by the Bill Gates Foundation. I am very disappointed that the Epstein list does not happen. And you know what? You know what I think about Pam Bundy? I think that Pam Bundy was leaking it on purpose because she knew that they were doing a cover up. So she wanted to put a lot of shit out to confuse the hell out of everybody and leave people saying, no, there's more about this. Because she knew that the cover up was coming out.
I kind of wonder if she's involved in the cover up, but that's just.
I think, you know what? I think she did it on purpose because she knew a cover up was coming. This is why she was caught at that coffee shop. I'm sure she had somebody there record her, you know? So that was put out because, you know, that's what I would do. If I know that you know, that somebody wants to cover something out, I would probably say, you know what, can you leak as much as I can and be very public. So when this kind of crap happens, then people can go back and say, but wait a minute.
Right.
And I say to these people, you know, like what Meghan Kelly blaming Pam Bondi. She went on that. And now she's done a 380. Now she's like, she did a video yesterday, but before she just went on that thing where Tucker Carlson was, I can't remember that they did this panel. I blame Pam Bondi. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Pam Bondi's doing what she's been told to do.
Yeah.
What do you mean forget about Epstein? What if it had been your child who had been raped and trafficked? Would you be saying the same thing? I sure as hell wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Yep.
Any of you guys, would you be saying that? What's my son saying? You know, my son is saying that I'm talking too much, probably. Hendrik, what are you saying? Hendrik, what are you saying? If you want, you can come here, mi amor, and talk here. You know, but we're gonna get going. But what did Hendrik say? I have to keep an eye on him. He has a YouTube channel. It's really funny. But I think that him and Ron would get along so well because they're both into that crap of I don't know stuff, you know. So, Hendrik, where are you? Oh, thank you, Katarzyna Filipczak. I think you're Polish. Masz if you're Polish. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that I don't have time to go and see what other YouTubers are doing because that's not my job.
Yep.
I come here to YouTube to talk about certain things that I find that puzzle me and that upset me. Because I don't think it's right, guys, for a mom. Oh, Madeline, Sassy Madeline, thank you so much, sweetheart. I don't think that it's right for a mother, Lucy Connolly, to be sitting in jail for a fault. And makes me want to cry. It really does. It really upsets me.
Yeah.
The injustice of it all. Well, the fucking skank is in California, lying her through her horrible looking veneers. Harry's defaming everybody, supporting African Park, bullying everybody. And we have Lucy Connolly sitting in jail for 31 months, and she was just badly beaten, and the king won't pardon her. Well, his friend kissing the hand of that pedophile.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
You know, so
a disgrace.
I want to thank you guys because we do matter. And you know what? I know that they discourage us with gaslighting. I can take the hate. I can take the hate. The only times I react is when it involves my son. That's when Paula and channel ends and Paula and mother starts. You know what I mean?
Yes, rightly so.
And then those lies that they did about me, you know, I had to defend myself because they were accusing me of something that would terminate my channel. And you have no idea how much I had to do so they wouldn't terminate my channel by falsely accusing me of HIPAA violation, because that's what literally ends your channel.
Mm-hmm. That was the goal.
You know,
that's what they wanted.
So, and if you go to my channel, you will see that I don't take anything down. All the lives I've done, everything I've done, everything. I don't take my lives down. I've been looking for a few lives and I've asked people to send them to me, but these YouTubers have taken them down. And if I know you guys want me to have more people in my channel, but I want you to understand what happens when I have people on my channel. These people get a phone call or get emails telling, or messages telling them not to have me, or they have these bots and they go on their YouTube channels and they trash me. And it's basically one person or a few Mexiteers with a bunch of bots, and they go and inundate the chats there.
Yep.
I know for a fact that Dan wouldn't face a lot of backlash, but not from subscribers, because actually his videos with me and the video that he used with the birth certificate is one of is the highest viewed there. And there's very little hate, and the only hate is from the bots that I recognize. And the backlash he got, it wasn't even from the subscribers. It was from some Mexiteers.
Yep.
So, and I respect that, you know. A little bit disappointed because I think he should know what it feels like to be canceled, or when people lie about you and you have a platform, you know, and you can use it basically to fight that, which is what I do here. I don't care how big or small the channel is. I don't let people sway me into things. But it's his platform. He has to eat from that, and I get it, you know. So I am, but no, I mean, it's okay, Maria, it's okay. It's his channel. I mean, he has to survive. And if it's getting on the Mexican community, just see who he has in the panel. Not Pidina. Pidina is great. Royal News Network, I don't know her. But look who he has on the channel that are from the Mexican community. And then you'll see a little bit more about that. I've had Link Lauren in my channel, and he didn't return. I had Tack Peters on my channel. He will return if I ask him, but I know that he could be facing pressure. So I stay away. I've had other YouTubers that I asked him to come to my channel, and they were great, but immediately they got so much backlash. They sent me messages saying, I got so much hatred, but not from you guys, the subscribers or the community that watches my channel, but from so they don't want to have anything to do with that. So this is why I don't bring you guys a lot of people. And the people that I do bring to you are people with character, people who don't care about it, people who, like, for example, Jennifer, by the way, or, Manuela or Pidina, because Pidina has been told not to come to my channel and stuff like that. George the Giant Slayer, people with character. That's Ron. Even Sean Atwood got pressure into dropping me. So I hope and I appreciate your support, and I really don't take any of you for granted. I don't take any of you for granted at all. And I appreciate and I respect you. I respect myself enough. I love my son, and I want my son to see stuff in my channel that nobody can say anything, my son can be embarrassed about,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I just I don't. I'm by the way, I'm doing lives with POV. I got already emails. Why am I doing on POV? Why don't they start their own channel and do their own shit?
The amount of time that they spend like trashing other YouTubers, if they put that into their own content, they'd have hundreds of subs.
Yes. So for me, guys, I stay focused on my channel. I do my own thing. The way for me is not to respond. I am just letting you know because I know, guys, even on my Facebook page, people tell me, get in touch with Tom Jr. Why? I already don't want to. So I'm addressing this publicly, okay? And I'm answering because a lot of you, why don't you have this? Why don't you have this person? I'm telling you why. They don't want to come back to my channel. They don't want to have me on their channel. You know, I invite people, they get great, along great, and then they don't come back. And if you don't see them back, it's because they don't want to come back because they've been given messages
Right.
by people. So that's why. And I hope that this clarifies why, you know. So yes, even Kinsey Schofield faces hatred, and Kinsey Schofield is very mild and everything, and she's a wonderful lady. I think she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you
I like
guys,
Kinsey.
and please, 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 I'm not like a flag. I don't go where the wind blows. If I say something and I'm mistaken about that, I will apologize for that and I will correct it. But you know, like if that is the case, of course, because I am here to learn and you guys teach me a lot. I'm so thankful for the information you send me. I get so many tips from you guys. And by the way, I am publicly stating here, if anybody can find Prince Harry's birth certificate, because I used to have it, but I think I deleted it when I updated this laptop. Now I can't even find the buttons. If anybody can find a copy of the birth certificate of Prince Harry, please send it to me because it's gone from the internet. I reached out to Bookworm. I've reached out to all YouTubers. They can't find it. It's gone, isn't it?
Wow. That's very telling.
And if you don't believe me, I'll show you just quickly before we go. We're going to go here. I'll share this screen here so you can see it. New tab, right? Am I sharing the new tab? Let's say Prince Harry birth certificate 1984, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to images here. There's the easel, but if you click here, you get Prince William. All of them lead you to William. Or this is not even William. This is Eugenie. This is the easel from Harry. You don't get it. You can get it anywhere. Everybody has been looking for it. This is the one. You would think that this is the birth announcement of Prince and of him, right?
Paula,
Nope.
I'm sorry. Paula, I'm sorry. I have to go. I have something I have to deal with. But thank you, everybody.
No,
I
bye
just
bye,
gotta
guys.
go.
I'm leaving too,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye bye, sweetie. Yeah. But if any of you can send me that copy of that birth certificate, that would be great. Yeah, I love POV too. So anyways, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for coming to my channel. Go watch the video I did yesterday if you want to support me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to do another video tomorrow. And then let's thank ORMB. Our recollections may vary for coming. Yes, we all love POB. He's a no bullshit kind of guy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you watch my videos tomorrow. And I'll see you on Saturday for my live with Dinah. And thank you. Thank you for the super chats, the PayPal donations you guys take out. And thank you for watching.